Hi, first grade artists. I miss all of you and I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be showing you a fun and simple drawing activity that has to do with pattern and landscape. So last week when we read our book about the art museum, we saw a few paintings in there that were landscapes. And we've looked at landscapes before in class. So today we're going to be drawing our own landscapes. And I want to show you what I have here. I have a step-by-step landscape drawing that we're going to do that includes patterns and lines and shapes. Okay? So let me show you a little closer here. Okay, I'm going to be posting all of these pictures in your assignment too, so you can always go back and look at them, but I wanted to show you the steps. So we start with this, add some trees, add some more details like the sun and clouds, and then we can add colors and patterns and all different types. We don't have to add color and if we don't want to, okay? Some of you might not have things right with you that you can color with, but that's okay, all right? The point of this is pattern. And I also want to teach you something new, okay? Something new that I want to teach you is something that's called a background. We all know what a background is. We've learned about that. The background is whatever's going on in the back, okay, or farthest away. But something new that you may not have known before is we also have something called a middle ground and a foreground. The foreground is everything that's right up front. So all these flowers that I drew, those are in the foreground. And in the middle ground, I drew a pattern of grass. Okay, these are some hills. And everything that's in the background is the house and the trees. Usually you can also practice drawing things smaller in the background, but maybe we'll learn that when you get a little older. So these are the 4 steps. Now I'm going to show you step by step how to make your landscape drawing. Okay, everybody, so when you're ready, you're going to take a pencil or a crayon. I'm using a crayon, whatever you have, a pen, and you're going to find some paper. If you can't find blank paper, maybe you can use the back of something. You can find some cardboard, even maybe a paper plate. Okay, get creative. You can use a piece of notebook paper. So we're going to have some paper and whatever tool we're using to draw. I'm using a black crayon for today. And I'm going to show you, just like we do in class sometimes, step by step, how to draw this landscape. Remember, you do not have to copy exactly what I'm drawing. Okay, I want you to do what you want to do. You can copy it, but if you want to make it original, use your creativity, do it how you want to do it. And remember, if you need more time in between these steps, the great thing about this video is that you can press the pause button to pause it and then catch up. And then when you're ready, you can press play again. So our first step is we're going to draw the foreground. Remember, the foreground is everything that's right in front. Okay, so I'm going to draw some hills for the foreground. And now I'm going to draw the middle ground. The middle ground is another set of hills. And it's more in the middle, right? It's a little further away than the foreground. Next, I'm going to start to draw what we're going to see in the background. So let's see. I'm going to draw a house. I'm going to draw this just the way that I did the one that you saw before. But remember, if you don't want to draw a house, you can draw buildings. You can draw a farm. You can draw whatever you want, my friends, okay? I'm gonna make a little door, okay? And next, my next step is I'm gonna start to draw some trees. The way that I draw trees is I'm kind of just drawing like a line and then some spikes, all right? All right, now we're ready for the next step, which is we're going to be drawing some shapes to make all the leaves on the trees. So here we go. I'm kind of just making like some clouds around the trees. They look like clouds, but they're actually representing all the leaves on the trees, and one can be behind the other one, okay? Now I'm gonna make a little sun. I know all of you love to make your suns in the corners usually. You can make yours wherever you want. For this particular drawing, I'm actually not going to be adding any color to this because I don't want to. Remember, if you do want to add color, you can. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you don't have colors with you, you don't have to. We're gonna really focus on pattern. Okay, we've learned all about pattern this year, so this is a great time for us to practice using all different types of patterns in our drawings. So I'm gonna start by making some patterns. I think the first pattern that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line pattern in the middle ground. Okay, and I can go all the way across. Ooh, you know what would be cool? I can kind of make them curving a little bit so they look like they're going along with the hills, right? I'll finish that after. I want to show you some other things first. I want to draw some flowers and some big blades of grass in the foreground. The blades of grass can kind of also look like trees, but I'm going to draw a flower too. Okay, so everything that's here all the way in the front is the foreground. I can draw a cloud if I want. Now, this is where I want you to get creative with your patterns. So in the next thing that you're gonna see all of the different patterns that I added to each part of my drawing. Okay, so here is my finished pattern landscape drawing, and I want to just point out to you all the different patterns that I used. Okay, I used a line pattern for my middle ground. I used some polka dots for my trees. I had a diamond pattern here, so these are patterns using shapes. I had a swirly pattern for the sky, and that might remind you of the project that we did last week with the swirly skies. I did a crisscross pattern for the roof of my house, all right? And this is the part where you're gonna make your pattern. You're gonna do the pattern that you want to do, and I would love to see all different types of patterns. And I'll show you here once more. Okay, those are the steps, and you're gonna see those in your Google Classroom assignment too. And then here's another example of a different pattern landscape that I drew. See, so they can all be different, right? All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me in drawing your pattern landscape. I'm so excited to see how these come out. And as always, I miss all of you so much. Please feel free to send me a photo of your drawing. Have fun. Bye.